still seem as if it, oh, okay, there you go. Yeah. It looks really dark for some reason. I'm gonna have to start back with uh, adding more light. So I hope you all can see me. Um, I hope everything looks well. All right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. We have a great message here. To those who have been with me for some time now, uh, I'm going to cover a lot of things that we have in time past spoke about, but it's time to bring forth what is actually happening today and stop trying to justify it and clarify it and identify it as something that's taking place that's out in left field. When you know the Most High Yah and Yah knows you, He's not going to allow you to continue to live questioning one day why this is like this, speaking the next day, oh, because He said it. Come back the next day, why is this like this? Come back the next day, why is this like this? Why are they doing this to us? Why are they doing this? The white man, this here, they doing this, they doing that. But continue to go back to the vomit as if you don't know who spilled it up. You see, there's a lot of people between two sides. And when you're caught in between two sides, that means you're on the dark side because you're confused here. And you hear a lot of people coming forth with a self-owned understanding. First and foremost, let me say shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Okay? Coming again on this devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message that deals with Judith being destroyed. That's a hard pill to swallow for many. But it's not a hard pill for Sister Deborah to swallow because I'm a student of the Ruach HaKodesh. I'm taught from the wilderness level, okay? And this wilderness is a place in which the Most High teaches me, okay? From, okay? To keep me off of YouTube and Facebook and Patrick and Twitter and all these other places that's out here to deceive the people. And He has a place for me to learn in Him, to learn spirit and truth. And that's why I'm not tainted like many people. I'm not between the fence. See, today I'm going to be on this side of the fence. Oh, today I'm going to be on this side of the fence. Oh, today I'm going to be on this side of the fence. Oh, tomorrow I'll jump over here, but let me get back over here. That's what I see. That's actually being played out on all these platforms, especially YouTube. And they think they got it going on because they look at their likes and their subscribers. They say, we in there. They don't know how far out they are until somebody like me tell them. Do they take heat? No, because they will look at me and say, oh, she ain't in there. We in there. We got more than she. She ain't got nobody. But you know what? The power of what I'm saying weighs heavier than the million subscribers, a million likes. Y'all didn't know that, did you? How about that? How about that? So therefore, when we think that it's based on the numbers, a lot of people take the broad gate and consider it to be the fruit of the Spirit. It's the opposite. It's the fruit of Satan's seeds that's running into the broad gate. It's not the fruits of the Spirit of Yah. It is the fruits of Satan's seed that's running into happily the broad gate with no problem. And that's what a lot of them on these devil platforms are doing. One day they'll talk about this. Then you wonder, well, if you said this yesterday, why are you talking about this? It's almost like they counteract what they say. And they're not even catching the fact that, wait a minute, yesterday you said this. And what you said yesterday is different than what you said today. What side do you play on? They try to come in between and think you don't know, because Sister Deborah already know. So this topic is going to cover Judith, because this is what the Father laid on my heart. I don't rumble spiritual heart that leads and guides me, that has been my teacher and an excellent teacher since I was a little girl. And I appreciate him even dealing with me in this day and time still. No matter if he dealt with me when I was younger, he deals with me now. And guess what? I am older, but yet he still teaches me. And guess what? And guess what, you guys? I still learn in the wilderness from the Most High, y'all. That Ruach HaKodesh, I still learn. Okay, what people have done, they feel that they are at that peak where they can tell people things without revealing to you that they're learning anything. They don't want you to think that they can be taught. They don't want you to think that they can learn, because they always want you to know, I'm the man, I'm the woman, I'm the one that got an A to Z. Sister Deborah will get on here every day and tell you all, oh, let me tell y'all what Yah told me. Let me tell you what he taught me. Let me tell you what he showed me. Let me tell you what he said to me in the water. Let me tell you what he said to me in the midnight hours. That's because he has given me a spirit that has submitted myself to his voice. Have submitted myself to his voice and his way and his will. I know I can't be the serpent's seed. I know that without a doubt. So I say unto you, this topic is going to cover destroy Judith. He has destroyed Judith. And I'm going to be honest with you. The way he gave it to me is men. Just as Isaiah said in Isaiah 3:25. Let's go there. This is a lesson where I want you to understand. Now, here where we're going is kind of sad, because it talks also, it kind of covers Deuteronomy 28. I think everybody needs to go back to Deuteronomy 28 and get an understanding of the end of Deuteronomy 28. Because if you refuse and you reject the end of Deuteronomy 28 and you don't salute it at the sound of my voice, then know that you are the seed of the serpent. Know that you are born of the flesh. Ain't in a time period. There's no more time, y'all. Not the way Yah has orchestrated. We in that hour, that midnight hour, running up on the minutes. So he's not going to come to you to soothe you and comfort you until you decide you're willing to say, yay, Father Yah, I'm on your side. No, he ain't doing that no more. It's over. It's finished. The prophets is carrying the mystery. You didn't hear it in the old when they carried it and when they spoke it, and you don't hear it now. But it's not going to stop the Most High for sending what belonged to him to be his speaker. And that's what's beautiful about the Most High, Yah. He don't stop at nothing. That means you don't rule nothing about my Father. He rules it all. Always did. So I want you to look at, we went over this, but this here is about Judith. Judith is going to be destroyed. Judith is going to come from the four corners along with other of Israel. But Judith is one that's definitely going to be destroyed. Okay, whether you accept it or you like it and or not, that's just it. And the way he's telling it is he's letting many of us know that he's dealing with the men. So this is why they are acting and conducting themselves in the order in which they are conducting themselves. I'm starting to hear different men in the tribe of Judah come out and speak. They're speaking on a level of, you all don't see what's going on. Why are y'all doing this? Do y'all see how y'all messing up? They're saying it, but these Judah, these stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient Judah men ain't listening. All they hear is, I'm a ruler, I'm a king, and I'm a leader. But Sister Deborah finna show you where they're gonna be destroyed. They're gonna be destroyed. Especially those who try to hook onto a mindset. I'm a king, I'm a leader, I'm a ruler. The Father was telling me today, and he said it to me twice, while I was at home today. He said, Deborah, you said something, and I don't understand why you don't really grip it. And I'm like saying, it wasn't like he was asking me something. It was like he was telling me something. Instant, yeah, without a doubt, I knew what he was talking about. I don't know. I can't explain how I knew what he was saying. Even though he was saying it, I knew what he was saying. And guess what he was telling me? He said, I broke it down to you in the last 3 days. I am the head. There's no more head. That means men can't be the head over nothing. Woman can't be the head over nothing. He said, that's why I gave you Hamashiach. Woo! That's the new sheriff in town, and have been for quite some time. But the flesh of man won't let him rise and take the seat in their household, in their jobs, you see, in their communities, in their gyms, and in anywhere. They never let Hamashiach be the head that Yah have placed him to be. Over who? Over who? Over who? The body, which is the saints, which is the church. So let's pull up Paul. No, let's pull up Peter. Here go the Son of Man pulling up. Who do they say that I am? Oh, they say Elijah. They say this, John the Baptist or whatever, or a prophet. He said, okay, back that up. Let's put that down. Who do they say that I am? Then you know what they said? Where you hear the Son of Man born of a woman, which is flesh, ask those questions twice because he was asking two separate questions. Hallelujah, Father. Yeshua said, Deborah, you nailed that. I know I did, because I feel that thing. I feel that thing. Because that just came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. Yeshua said that he pulled up Deborah. He asked them two questions. Who do they say that I am? And who do they say that I am? Oh, Father, yeah. So that's why they was telling the Son of Man, oh, they say you Elijah. They say you John the Baptist. They say you the prophet. But when he turned around and brought that same question within the seconds, Peter pulled up. I tell you who? The Son of Yah. What had to happen? Let me show y'all the feeling of it. And I'm going to give you an example of what Sister Deborah, because Sister Deborah going to take y'all out of the flesh and kind of pull you over into the spirit realm. And I might be going overboard with a lot of you all, because a lot of you all are might not be there. But what happened was, when Yeshua asked Peter that, Yeshua wasn't thinking that Peter knew. Yeshua took some steps back. He had no other choice. Yeshua, the Son of Man, born of a woman, which was flesh. And he said, flesh and blood didn't reveal that unto thee, Peter. Yeshua was telling Peter, I didn't tell you that, Peter. I didn't teach you that, Peter. I didn't let you know that, Peter. So I know you had to get that from somebody higher. Praise the mighty Yah. So Yeshua was stepping Peter into a realm like no other. And only way you're going to be able to see that is in spirit and truth. What you mean, Deborah? Okay. Yeshua had to take a step back. Why? Because one of the disciples was able to go beyond what he came down to teach. You see? He called it straight out. The Son of Yah, the living Yah. You see? When Yeshua knew that was his help that came down as the Son of Yah. So he's saying, well, I didn't tell you who came down with me now. Hold up. Flesh and blood did not reveal that to you because I'm born of a man. I'm born of flesh. Something else told you that. And he went on and gave glory to the Father. See, the Father had to reveal that to him. That's what Yeshua was telling him. Oh, I didn't do that. Okay? I know what the Father in heaven. He let you know this is higher power that revealed that to you, Peter. Yes, he did. And that's that same higher power that deals with Sister Deborah. That's that same higher power that calls his servants. Oh, yeah, he got saints. He have the church. He have the sons of Yah. You have to be able to recognize what belongs to Yah in the spirit. You see, and that's something none of you all learned to do because you were so busy hearing the flesh of loud mouth men and women, you never heard spirit and truth. So what happened? At that moment, Yeshua had to come down. How did he come down? He stepped back and he pulled up. Flesh and blood did not reveal that unto thee, Peter, because it caught him off guard. Why? Because the Father gave it to Peter, not him. Praise the mighty God. So that means what? He had to step down. Why? Because Father in heaven revealed that to Peter. See, y'all want to put my Father all under your feet just so y'all can be leaders, rulers, and controllers like fools. You ain't going to ever override him. That's how dumb they are. You're not going to ever override the Most High God. Not even Yeshua, the Son of Man, born of a woman. You see? He did such an awesome job trying to get us to understand that I come down here as the sacrifice. I'm that lamb that was slaughtered and you all ate when you was in captivity. My blood went across your doorstep. Your doorpost. That was me. I'm that blood. I'm like unto that lamb. But when you come down to my Father, I'm going to take some steps back. I'm going to make you understand the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. He letting you know the Son of Yah is down on the earth with all power. Woo, Father Yah. Yeshua did an excellent job trying to get us to see beyond our stinky flesh and see things in spirit. He said, these signs and wonders that I do are not of mine. It is of my Father. All his mission. Did he come pulling up? Honey, he come pulling up with this thing that he come to preach the gospel. And then when I get over here to Romans chapter 1, Paul talking about the gospel like the gospel will need to be talked about. And here I am, Sister Deborah, a prophetess in the wilderness. I know the gospel for what it is. But the world and those that reside and died, lived and died, lack of knowledge. That the Messiah, Yeshua, the Son of Man, came down to bring the gospel, to make us see that the gospel is at hand. Heaven, kingdom. He brought the kingdom down with him. He tried to tell us, but we didn't get it. Year 2023, we still lost without a cause. We run around here trying to get a leader, ruler, king, trying to make the flesh look as if it has power. And we finna get into that and get out of it to let you know. You giving these men this king position and this leader position and this ruler, oh, I'm a, and they ain't nothing but trash. And we're gonna get in it so you can see it. He ain't playing. We are in a day and time. He wants us to stand on every mountain and proclaim it. That's why they always wanted y'all mouth closed. Wait a minute. I said to Father the other day, I said, Father, wait a minute, hold up. Did not you say, not that you said, but it was something else said that if you don't see her in a way that I created her as the weaker link, I don't hear you. Wow. Wait a minute, hold up. Are you for real? Yeah, Deborah. Yeah, that's real. They ain't gonna talk about that. He said they ain't gonna stand in no church. They ain't gonna teach in their academy. They ain't gonna tell the truth of the whole matter. They're speaking out of their flesh. Proverbs 16. Man's eyes is clean to himself. But y'all pull it up and say, I tell you what, I'm judging them spirits with an S. See, y'all thought it was a battle of the flesh. Guess what? The flesh is just the one that's ugly, that cut up from the floor. But y'all, he's letting you know, the ugliest thing is your spirit. That acts like your flesh, and your flesh act like your spirit. It identifies you are the serpent seed. And you got people telling you you're going to listen. They need to listen to you. They run around here talking about, we got to be submissive. Baby, he told me today 3 times. In a sense that you got to grip this. I am the head. When the new sheriff came in town, that's why he was telling, look, Yeshua said, I didn't come here for this. I come to only fulfill my purpose. But there's something else with me. That's going to fulfill its purpose. And that is the Father's will. That's why he don't want to play with y'all about y'all laws, y'all commandments, and all this crap y'all talking about. I ain't come to play with you in that. I come to lay down my flesh for your flesh. That's my mission. I ain't come here to talk all this trash y'all talking about. The ground has been laid. Have you not heard? He that created all things have laid the foundation. So what is this thing about us? It's all this, that, and that. Messed up from the floor with our eyes wide open, enjoying going through the broad gate. Now, you got to be destroyed. Judah, you need to be destroyed. Judah, I praise the mighty Yah that you are destroyed. Why? I'm living in the days in which all the prophets prophesied. I'm living in the days in which Yah has said out of his own mouth the prophecies. I'm living in the days in which Yeshua HaMashiach has left word for us. I'm living in those days that they spoke about. You think I'm standing out here and buckle up to this flesh out on this earth and pay no attention to what they said when that's what you all are doing? You are bypassing those who left all this good stuff for us and moving in the direction of the flesh of man. And the 99.9 of those that you have moved in and took you a seat are flesh, born of the flesh, because they are not showing you the way to the light, nor to spirit and truth. I heard Farrakhan speak, and he said this. He says, Black people are being positioned for self-destruction. Now, you know he down. I don't know if y'all know that, meaning he can say stuff like that. He done been there, done that. He knows what's going on. Listen to what he said. Farrakhan was doing a speak, was speaking, and he said Black people are being positioned for self-destruction. I like to send a message to Farrakhan. People have been predestined, ordained, foreknew to walk in destruction. Knowingly, all you have to do is kind of take this book and love on it by reading it, and then wait on and wait on and wait on the Ruach HaKodesh, and he'll tell you. These are people been like this even after I chose them. You think I didn't know who they were? You didn't think I knew that they were stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient people who likes the other gods? I already knew before I even did or chose them as a people. As a people, I chose them as a people. Even though I knew they were stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. Even though they have always fell in love with an idol god. What do that mean? That idol god head, making them ruler, making them kings, making them leaders, making them lions, and they are a mouse. Get a rat in your house or a mouse. That's about what they smell like in reality. But you making them nice and pretty, and they playing it for all it's worth, and have no spirit and truth, nor no light. They are born of the flesh, and they are the seed of the serpent. As Farrakhan was saying, that the Black people are positioned for self-destruction. I can't listen to Farrakhan because Farrakhan been lying with the liars. He laid in the bed with the deceivers. Okay? The reason why he's saying Black people are being positioned for self-destruction is because they are destruction. They came here down like that. They came here like that. See, a lot of y'all look at it and y'all say, oh, no, we the chosen. But you don't understand what took place in Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. He separated that thing. I had to witness that to a young man today, 25. I said, do you see something in there? He said, yeah, it looked like he separated one from the other. I'm sitting here saying, how could somebody who don't know can be able to look at Genesis today and read that division, something put there? He said, but what do intimacy stands for? Oh, it's something that's put there to keep one from the other. That was in the beginning. I had to break that down to him. That's why Sister Deborah had to look at the facts. The facts that rest in spirit and truth, not the facts that comes out of all these loudmouth people's mouth, especially these men. So what are we saying? I can't say that Black people are being positioned. You position them too, even to today. Your Black men are being positioned to go into science, to learn of science and get a steal away from what? The truth and living Most High Yah. So you, how dare you? This same position you said Black people are being positioned as if somebody doing something to Black people. And that's why y'all letting them do it. He said, yeah, but they still don't own up to what they are. They won't own up and say it. You know why? I'm going to tell y'all why Negroes don't own up. You remember Adam in the garden? When the Father came for him, how many times did Adam say, I just messed up from the floor? I'm wrong. I wronged you, Father. When you go to Genesis chapter 2, when you go to Genesis chapter 2 and you get to verse 16 and 17, I want to show you something. When you go into Genesis chapter 2, verse 16 and 17, listen to this. And Ahiah commanded. Do you hear that commandment? What is a commandment? It can be, and it is, as simple as heaven has orchestrated. When he gave him a commandment, he gave him a direction. When he gave him a direction, he gave him a commandment. He only gave him two, one instructions and one direction. He gave it to not woman, he gave it to man. What did he say, Deborah? In Genesis chapter 2, verse 16 and 17, and Yah commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. But in 17, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eat it, he's showing him the direction of what happened. Thereof, thou shalt surely die. That one male that he created, he sealed in him that one instruction, that one direction, which today they want to claim as commandment and law. Okay? When Yah deal with you, he want to deal with you in the simpleness of how he created things. I gave him an instruction, y'all. I gave him directions and I gave him instruction. That's what he had. So if you broke that instructions and direction, because when you gave it to her, she said things he didn't say. He didn't tell Adam, don't you touch. Why was she adding? That was a lie. Already. The lie was already given to her. But let me explain something to you. If you did something, your mother tell you, okay, you can stay with me, but stay out of my money jar that's up in the cabinet. Okay? So you go up there after being there 2 days, you take the money jar and take you $10 out, and it's you and your baby. And your mother say, I'm missing $10, and you say, Alicia needed Pampers. You justify the reason why you took Pampers as if Alicia, that's 4 months, can go up in the cabinet and get the $10 and get it out. Matter of fact, did Alicia know that there was a jar of money up in the cabinet? Alicia had no idea. Could Alicia go into the cabinet? She's 4 months old and get $10 out? Who was it given to? So as your mother asked you, why did you get it? And I told you not. Well, because Alicia needed Pampers. In her, she justified. I ain't done nothing wrong. The woman you gave me caused me to disobey you. That's what's happening today, y'all. The mindsets are the same, but greater. Still disobeying Yah as if they ain't done nothing wrong and are doing anything wrong. And we're going to go there. We're going to cover the end days of what Yah is saying to us through his prophets, okay? Through prophecies. Now, the commandment and the instructions, or let's say the commandment and the direction was given to Adam before woman even was created. But when he came to say, okay, Adam, what's going on? Not one time did the first one he created said, I did something wrong. I know you told me not to. You gave me that commandment or that instructions and that direction, and I didn't keep it. Tell you what, I do better. I'm sorry. Never was anything done. He gave me that when I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I had about 8 men and about 15 women who wanted me to open up in my store on every Wednesday where we could all discuss marriage and partners in issues, because all of them would come. They loved to hear Sister Deborah talk and the things I said, but I couldn't convert my store over to them every Wednesday evening. They wanted me to make it like 8 o'clock so everybody can come. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't see myself converting and coming in to open the store, because I normally close at 6, to open the store just to hear everybody issues. Because you know what, y'all? Guess what? No matter what, you can't change none of it. See, people have to understand even what I'm saying now. You think I'm saying this so that everybody can be changed? Everybody, I'm showing you what he said. Shout out and tell your people their sins and their iniquity. Stand on the mountaintop. Because if you're waiting for these men to do it, you'll never see it. You will never in your life see it. And you won't see them stand up for what you call righteousness. So he shows me that, Deborah, this didn't start today. This started at the beginning, Deborah. At the beginning. He failed me and then blamed me for a woman and then turned around and blamed her for what he did. And what did he do? Disobey. That's what's happening today. They, women and no men can change this. It was something that's so deeply rooted, y'all, already. It was already rooted. See, y'all, a lot of times y'all thinking y'all can just come in here and start teaching and preaching and thinking because you read this book that you in there. Baby, you out of there. Because this thing is strictly spirit and truth. The Ruach has to be what he said he was going to be. And that is a teacher of all things and not some. So as you go into this, you realize what is Farrakhan talking about? How can you say to the black men today and the black women that black people are being positioned to self-destruct? The father said, now do you hear what he said, Deborah? He ain't giving them no leeway of saying, wait a minute, we wrong, y'all. We doing wrong. We doing wrong, y'all. It's something we doing. Let's get right with the Most High, y'all. He ain't telling them. See, that's why I was trying to explain to you. Most of these 99.9 are not asking people to go in the right direction. They are not trying to say, hey, y'all, pull away from that broad gate. You don't want to go there. That's eternal. Let's go over here to the narrow gate. I'll show you with the light I have. Oh, no, too many going in the broad gate. I want to go where they're going. I want to be what they're being. I want to do what they're doing. Because I know if that many go in there, surely I want to go in. That's why a lot of people are going to get that shot. That one that he just pulled up with. Why? Because the mass of us feel that we already decide. Our nation already start putting on theirs. They're the only race that's walking around putting them masks on. Why? Because they're gone, y'all. They are 100% gone. And you're going to find that out today. Judah is destroyed. And I thank the Most High Yah. I thank the Most High Yah. Because my father do what he knows that he does right. And it ain't have to be right to you as long as it's right to him. And I'm all for what's right to him. No one gets a rat's behind if it's right to you. Okay, now, I'm hearing a lot of laboring for the kingdom. Baby, you can't labor for the kingdom. You just got to be out here speaking spirit and truth. And that spirit and truth is going to show that you have the light. You can't labor for the kingdom. The kingdom don't need your laboring. Want me to tell y'all something? Let me show y'all what he said to me today before I even got online about an hour before. He said, Deborah, did you get it? I'm like, I was really trying to kind of take it in another direction because I heard this voice of him saying it. And he came again and again. I said, no, I got it. I got it. And I'm gonna tell y'all what he said. He said, do they understand? I am the head. I don't want no male or no female being head over each other unless I'm the head of the both. That's what you call equally yoked. You can't be the head because a loudmouth man said he the head. And you see the fruit of him being the head is wicked and evil, hateful. And you gonna follow him talking about you got to be head of my flesh. Then if this man is head over your flesh and your spirit has a key, not a key, but it's written in the books that leads to the lake of hell. Why? Because your flesh gonna have to be changed. Because you could be in the grave or you might be living. But when it's changed, it's going to be changed into the spirit of who you are. And you have to stand before the throne. And when you stand before the throne, it ain't going to be no but if this. No, it ain't going to be that. Hey. Oh, you don't belong here. So when you wonder why these people going to get up there and they're going to say, when I did this, I did. He's going to be, hold up. Do you know who you're standing in front of? Why? Because the same level of mindset people have on the earth, their spirit going to stand before the throne of the Most High Yah with trash, with lies, deceiving. What you mean, Deborah? How you going to stand before the Most High Yah and tell him what you done? Have you not read? It is written. You either in the Lamb Book of Life or in the books with an S. Revelation chapter 20. If you're in the books, you're going to the lake of hell, whether you like it or not. Because what? You were in that book before heaven and earth was created. See how stupid people are, thinking they can follow the ways of those that's leading them? You see? They leading you in a dark alley because you didn't have the sense to realize the true head was Hamashiach, which the world called Christ. Y'all didn't know it. And that's sad. It's real sad. Because we're in the midnight hour. We're in a few minutes. You only got a few minutes to go. And you got your tail over in darkness? Oh, come on. You belong in darkness. If you still, 2023, if you in darkness, that's where your destiny is going to ride. So if you're thinking that when he come to get his small remnant, do you think that small remnant is going to be people who have lived their flesh out of their spirit and their spirit out of their flesh? Oh, he going to come get you? Baby. He ain't coming to get you. He ain't coming to get you. A lot of them don't even understand. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob wasn't the seed of the serpent. That was the seed of the woman. And then today, when I was explaining to the 25-year-old male about Genesis 3 and 15, how he already put his division right there, letting you know the woman seed and the serpent seed are two different seeds. It's going to be separated already from the beginning. That's why Cain and Eve could say, oh, he gave me a man child. Why? She didn't brag about Abel because he didn't give Abel for her. He gave it for him. See, y'all think y'all know so darn much. These people run on here and try to tell you Torah. You know, get your tail somewhere and sit down. Spirit and truth out. Greek, Hebrew, and anything you want to teach. Why would the Ruach come and live in us if he think you know A to Z? Why would he come and let his spirit abide in us and teach us, not some things, all things, if you already got all things mastered? That was the old baby. The way he come today, he roll up in you. Wait a minute, hold up now, Father. Hold up. Plus we got a head. You doing right. So how is it we don't understand? We don't need nobody to rule over us. We need to get our tails under the head if we are in the body, because the body is the church and what you call the saints. You get it? We got a head. If your husband is not under that head, and if your wife is not under that head, y'all are unequally yoked. Okay? That's what unequally yoked is. When both of y'all tails not under the head of Hamashiach. So you run your stupid tail on over there and let him tell you he the head. Head of what? You only head of your darn tail when you got to use the bathroom. You had your tail to the toilet. You don't have nothing. We got a new sheriff in the town. And he ruled. Why would he be head over the church and over the saints for you to rule? Why would y'all say, okay, Deborah, let's say me and my husband. Why would y'all include me in the body of Hamashiach, which the Hamashiach is the head. If my husband's not in this body, why would he want me to submit myself to my husband? You see what I'm saying? This is what marriage is about in the sick mind of the tribe of Judah today. They don't understand the reason why these men are having wives and doing all that they please, because Genesis chapter 6 is a carbon copy of what you see amongst the tribe of Judah, the house of Israel, and the world today. They don't care about what took place the day of Noah or the day of Lot. Everything he's saying is what you see the Hebrew Israelite movement doing. He said, hey, Deborah, they're going to be building, planting, like the days of Noah. Wait, I said, wait a minute, Yeshua, what do you mean planting? What are y'all coming up with all this? He said, because Deborah, they're going to think they got it locked up and locked out. And they are all the righteous ones. They are the ones that's doing the will of the Father. They got the fruit of the Spirit, and they ain't got nothing but the fruit of Satan. Because if you're not under that body, and Hamashiach is not the head, and you are not in that church as a saint, you are not the children of the Most High Yah. You are born of the flesh. Get your tails under the teaching of the Most High Yah head. His head is not the flesh of man. Roman Catholic didn't put everything, they went up in there and took spirit and crashed it. So you will never understand this is a spiritual battle, Deborah. Tell them, Deborah. They don't even know nothing about it. He said, you fight not against flesh and blood, but principality in high places and spiritual. This thing is spiritual. Y'all tells is getting whooped in the spirit realm and too stupid to know it. Because you never knew. You got to kick soul to the curb. Do you think that's a good idea? Perfect. I ain't never seen, I think, let me say that right. Soul and love. Love and soul are two of the main words Roman Catholic placed in this book that have thrown everybody into the trash can. Totally. Until that Ruach pull up. He said, I'm coming. He said, no. I ain't gonna be with you when you want me, but I'm gonna pull up in you. You're going to know who I am because I'm going to teach you all things. I know you might be over here by yourself. That's all right. I told you my gate is narrow anyway. And very few going to find it, but you're good. You're good. Stay in that gate. For it is narrow, but you know the way. You see? So while everybody running in trying to get into that broad, see all these people think, I'm going to follow them, and keep going here, there, and there. You're lost without a cause, and cause is not. A cause will tell you, yeah, you lost with it. Because that's how far out people are. Judah, you're being destroyed in a way that's off the chain. See, Judah didn't understand. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. Oh, I got to finish saying this here. He wanted me to say, when he told me 3 times before I went live, he said, I need you need to grip this thing. And I do need to. I really do. But I look at it also as Father. I'm all for you. So, but he want me to grip it. And every time I get on this devil platform, let these people understand. He put a head, Hamashiach, over the body. Who do the body belong to? And who is the body? Christ is the head, Hamashiach. The body is the church and the saints. But who are the church and the saints? They belong to Yah. You see? And it's sad. We're in 2023 and you don't even know that. Wait a minute. Hold up, bro. Hold up. You mean to tell me I'm running around here following this fool? And I'm supposed to be in a body? Where y'all got the head, where the power is at? The word and the spirit rest in? You gotta be kidding me. Why do you think, let me ask y'all a question. Show me one scripture where it tells you Yeshua is the head. You'll never find it. Why? Because Yeshua is the man that was born of a woman, which was flesh. Hamashiach was the son of Yah, born of the Spirit. That was Yah's power, his word, and his spirit that came down to assist the Son of Man, like he is in you, if he's there. Recognize he's the head to be over the body. So if you run around here following a loudmouth man telling you submit to me, do this and do this, use the fool. You tell his tail, look, I have a head already. You think I got to cover my head because you say it's about the flesh being covered? You's a fool, you're going to live, you're going to die a fool, and you going to go to the lake of fire being a fool because you were born a fool. You was born to be lost without a cause. Heaven had already orchestrated you to be put in the books in Revelation chapter 20 and end up in the lake of fire. But you're going to teach these people by great numbers to follow you in their direction where they're going to. And they're going to follow you in the broad gate with their eyes wide open and happy. That's the thing about it. They're going to be happy. Snakes will come onto this page and they will come on here. And then when they start to hear something that might hit their head, they slither out of here. You know what that's why? Because that's that woman's seed, that heel, going to crush his head. You better get your tail off this page. You better get your tail off because I'm going to crush your head. And if that's your head and your head, come on over here and get crushed. All of your heads. Okay. So you hear all these things taking place and you hear all these people talking about get rich and get rich. You hear all these people who say they prophet and they got a pathetic word or whatever they want to call it. And they telling you to get rich and get rich. Oh, you got a big blessing coming September. You see this trash? The devil's sitting here with his trumpet telling you everything he's about to do to you. And then you got these ignorant ones on YouTube telling you about to get blessed the end of September. And people got 20,000K. I'm like, he said, that's what I'm talking about. He said, see what I'm talking about, girl? This is what he's saying to me. You see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. I just want you to see it. And I'm like, that's why I'm talking about it. Because even with Farrakhan talking about black people are being positioned. Wait a minute. When were they positioned? From the heavens or on the earth? When were they being positioned either in the heavens or on the earth? From what I understand through the Ruach HaKodesh, he predestined and ordained and foreknew everything before it was. So they are positioned because that's who they are. They never knew that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and David, and Solomon were under the seed of the woman. They didn't know that. They didn't know nothing about it. But they want to tell you about Torah. Torah your tail somewhere and sit down. Stop clowning. You don't know nothing. This thing is spirit. And it's bothering me because he studied saying, Deborah, why do you think that I tell them to try the spirit by the spirit? What would a person try the flesh by the flesh? Why would I play that game? What minds? Y'all say I bag minds up and I bag them down. You better try that spirit by the spirit. Our fight is not in the flesh. It's with the spirit. The flesh is already predestined. It's trying to keep your spirit from gaining eternal life because he's too ignorant to know y'all already sealed you in the book of life or in the books leading to the lake of hell. How you like him now? He's pretty much telling y'all right now, choose. Because you already know who you are. A lot of people want to run this life down as if people don't know who's what. Baby, why would he give his? The spiritual gift from heaven. And that's what the church, they did, not the real church, but the fake church, that's what they did. They put away all those gifts. They took the tongue out. They took the, what was that? The tongues. They took the healing. They took all the blessing, the prayer warriors. They took all the real gifts out and gave y'all fake one. You think you got it going on. That's why you can't stand to go into a church. because there's too much fake in it. Because they took all the real stuff out and put the fake stuff. But that's about right, because the broad gate is what's leading. The narrow gate is only few. So that's about right. So what this topic is about is the Most High is going to destroy Judah. And we're going to back it up into Deuteronomy 28, but I need to go somewhere. Let's go. And you know what? I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all something that I learned. I'm going to try to, let's cover it. Let's cover Isaiah chapter 3 of Isaiah. Chapter 3 of Isaiah. I want to back every man up, and I'm going to pull his tail down right here and now. You run y'all tails out here hooking up with these fools, telling you all that you a head, a leader, and a ruler. You ain't nothing but a fool. No head overrides y'all. A pointed head over the body. He didn't say that the head was only over the children or over the how would I say, the females. The head is over you too. The body of Hamashiach is over men, women, young and old. See, you have to salute that thing. When you salute that, you know what you say to the Father? I'm with you. I want to rest where you at. I want to rest in the body in which you have placed me. That's why they can't go in there and get their gifts. That's why they can't just stay in there and realize, wait a minute, why can I do this? Why can I do this? Why is it I know how to do this? Why does I have these gifts? Why I have these abilities to do this? How did I get all this? Because heaven had gave it to you without repentance. Heaven has already orchestrated for you before the foundation of the world. He placed you in the body of Hamashiach as the church, as the saints. You're doing tail running around here trying to follow behind the tails of these men, telling y'all that we the head, sit your tails down. You can't be the head over the Hamashiach. And if you don't have your butt in the body as the church and as the saints, do you think for 1 minute that he only put males as the church? You think he only put males in the body as saints? You're a fool, you're gonna live a fool and you're gonna die a fool. Especially you women. Everything he put in here is everybody that belongs to the church. It's the saints. We are all in one body. What did he say, Deborah? If one hurt. What's it about? He letting you know we're not separate. We are in one. These men are teaching y'all to go out in woods. There are men leading their family out there separate. That's not the body. They are not the body. They're just too ignorant to know that they're not. But they think their power to be separate out of this body is making them the children of God. That's why they can grow crop and have animals and chickens and cows and land and build and sell and grow. That's what he said in the end days. Those who gonna have those mentalities, that mentality, he says it's gonna be just like the days of Lot. They're gonna be what? Growing. What's wrong with growing, Father? Deborah, their mindset. It's their mindset of what they're doing. See, y'all didn't know that, did you? Go back and see. Let me pull it up. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Y'all don't have no problem with you growing stuff and eating fresh vegetables. It's when you try to cross out him and say you're a part of him because of what you're doing separate to you and your family. What you're doing separate to those that you're pulling out and saying, what's this here? We the ones and y'all the wrong ones. We're showing our fruit, baby. You showing your fruit of Satan. Because we're finna get there. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna show y'all how these people been deceiving the mass. Okay, let me get that for you. Let me pull that up. shall be like the days of Lot in the King James Version. And watch this here. Y'all come on, go here. Come go with me.
Bible, King James Version, 28. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they
Let's
sold,
go to Luke
planted, they built
17,
29,
verse 27,
Lot went out of Sodom
26.
and rained fire and brimstone from heaven.
Let's go there.
And destroyed them all. 30.
Luke. Hey, I heard you. Okay, I found you. 17. Luke chapter 17, verse 26. Let's just go there for a minute. Okay. Luke chapter 17, verse 26. Like the days of Noah in King James Bible. I just want to show you.
According to Bible.com, and as it was in the days of Noah, so will be also in the days of the Son of Man. They ate, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and the flood came into...
You all, I'm going to say this to y'all. The trumpet has been blown. The judgment of the Most High Yah has hit the earth, big time. It's no such thing you don't know who you are, what you are, and where you're going. You're either out there lost because you created to be lost. And you have taken all the time that he has given you to use his breath that's in you. And you're still running around here trying to find out who you are, what you're doing, and how you're doing, what everybody else is doing. What, instead of seeing, wait a minute, Father, I need you. And I need to find you while I'm under your head. No, these people want to find a man. You know really what that's about? Worldly matters. They don't want to work. They want to feel that a man is going to give them food and water and shower. That's all life really is. Then they can turn their whole spirit over to him. That's what they do. Because you got to believe what he say and not what the Ruach is saying. You see how hard it is. That's why you heard where people who ain't never married is better, because they turn them whole self over to Father. But when you marry, you run and you turn yourself over to the flesh of that man, even if it costs you to lose your very own spirit to damnation. Okay, let's go to Luke. And it was Luke, what, 17? You're going to come back here. In Luke 17 and 26, let's go there. Let's kind of feel of what I'm talking about. Luke 17 and verse 26. And I want to tell you, you'll never get them teaching y'all this. You'll never get them bringing it to you as food for the spirit on a plate. They won't teach y'all stuff like this, because anything that causes you to look deeper into what really they are living and how they're living and how they're teaching you, they stay away from. And I don't blame them, because hell is waiting for them. So it don't matter. Okay, we're in Luke 17 and verse 26. It reads, and as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. Now, what they're saying is, and this is what I was trying to explain to you all yesterday, and I know a lot of y'all didn't get it, but I was doing my best, and I appreciate the Father allowing me. That's what I can say. I appreciate him allowing me to do it. But as right here is showing you, so shall it be like the days of the Son of Man. Okay, see, this is what I was explaining to you all. You want to know when the rapture is, you better get it right. You better get it right and be worried about the days of the Son of Man coming. You see, they want to see, oh, we all going up. We're going to be raptured and taken out. See, ain't nobody looking at righteous. Why ain't you preparing for the Son of Man? Why ain't you preparing your spirit, man, to be dealing with Yah in spirit and truth? For the Son of Man is coming. Oh, ain't nobody caring about him. We want to know when the rapture is so we can go. Is there a such thing? Is there going to be a rapture? See, that's what the Father was saying yesterday. Everybody caught up from the floor up in this stupid teaching of the rapture and ain't even preparing their spirit. But when anything comes, like the Son of Man, you'll be in there. But they don't care about that. They got to get the movies in the way these pastors have taught, and these apostles and teachers have taught, and these bishops have taught in these churches. They got to get the scene the way they say it. They can't get it the way it said itself. Now watch what it says. It says in Luke chapter 17 and verse 26. And as was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. It's telling you the day of the Son of Man when he comes to go to the four corners to collect. Okay. All nations. When he comes, what's going to be happening? 27. They did eat. They drank. They married wives. Did not in Genesis chapter 6, the men were selling their daughters, and the Son of Men, the Son of Yah, was taking wives as many as they please. Polygamy. See how they lie to y'all? They try to cut corners so you won't figure this out. Your own nation has been your biggest liar, not the heathens and Gentiles. The heathens and Gentiles was put there by the Most High God to put their foot on your neck until you call on the Most High God. Did you call on him? No. You don't even believe they doing this and that. Wait, but what about the will of the Father's right hand? Allowing them to do that because of how ugly you are to try to get some of your ugliness off. Oh no, we want our ugliness. They bothering us. Farrakhan said they are positioning the black people for a self-destruction. Baby, you destruction as it is. Nobody don't have to position you to do nothing. You've been ugly since ugly exists. You're just too stupid to realize it because you ain't never studied this book. You always waited till somebody else teach you and show you. Oh, it says this. Oh, it does. Oh, that's what it means. Study to show yourself and wait for the Ruach HaKodesh to be your teacher and teach you all things. Oh, no, Deborah, they can't do that. That's too much like go back to Noah. So here in Luke chapter 17 and verse 27, they did eat, Deborah. They drank. That means eating and drinking mean glutton. You see how people going out to restaurants and going out to have feasts. They have all these feast days and all this trash. I heard the Most High say, I hate they feasts. They feast day. But then y'all take y'all stupid tail to the feast days. They don't have nothing to do with him. Why do you hate their feast days, Father, y'all? Because they ain't got nothing to do with me. It's about their flesh. This is about celebrating their flesh, Deborah. That's why. So that's why he said he hates their feast days. And it is written in the book of instruction that y'all hates their feast days. Why? Because they got you thinking that the feast days mean something to your Father and in heaven, and it don't. It only means something to your flesh and their flesh coming into destruction. Okay? That's all that means. So the same thing here. Luke 17, verse 27. They did eat. That's the feast, the glutton, going out to gather together to eat. Why can't we gather together under the body of Hamashiach? How about that? How about that? Why can't we gather together under the Hamashiach? Oh, no, we can't do that. That's too much like right. That's too much riding on righteous, Deborah. You can't do that. What you mean? Oh, but we can come together to every auxiliary and everything that they have and the event they have to feast with them. This is what he's talking about. And they to the point now where they drinking. He ain't talking about drinking water. He ain't talking about drinking tea. He ain't talking about drinking milk. He ain't talking about drinking a soda. He talking about drinking the things that's not good for you. To get you tipsy. To put your moods and your feelings upside down. See, a lot of people think, let me tell y'all something. I shot someone the other day that came here last night. They came to my house around 11 o'clock. And he said, you work for the priest? I said, yeah. Yeah. I worked for the priest for years. You work for the sisters too? Yeah. I worked with the sisters for years. My journey is of y'all. Now, I've done that. I know what's going on up in that place. You see, one thing that the priests and the sisters love to do is drink. I mean, they do that dirty drinking, y'all. That hardcore drinking. They always did. Now watch this. So when he said they drink, don't you dare try Yeshua on this. He's telling you the facts. And he ain't talking no water. He ain't talking about doing this. Why, y'all? Let me tell y'all why drinking is not acceptable to the Most High God. They lied to you all. The whole world lies to you all. That's why everywhere you go, even to go with groceries, they got a whole 2 lanes of liquor. Walmart, 2 lanes of liquor. You know why? Liquor interferes with your feelings and your emotions. It even interferes with your personal opinion. Anything you take in your body that alternate your feelings and your emotions, you see, you don't ever go into it and take it. What is the purpose for it? It's eating your inside. It's not good for your inside. So you're going to put this in your inside and you think Yah said it's okay. You can put this in there to tamper with witchcraft and sorcery in you, because that's what it is. When you use your emotions and your feelings to battle life itself, that's witchcraft and sorcery. So when you hear Yeshua talking about they did eat, they did drink, this is not the eating and drinking that's normal, y'all, where you go to your kitchen table, get you a glass of water and you eat a good meal. No, this is sinful eating and sinful drinking. You see? That stuff, why do you think this man named Dowles, he can get up on nationwide television, tell you all fools that he represents the Most High Yah and drinking like a fountain? He got a beer on this hand and he got a strong drink on this hand, and y'all stand back here and represent Satan himself. Guess why he do it, y'all? It tampers with his mood swings and his emotions. Next time you don't check him out. It caused him to think oh man, I can speak this, I can speak that. And then he'll turn over to the other guys, waiting for them to say, I'm a man, I'm this. He needs it. That's the only thing that can control feelings that rest are in. That's why. Y'all didn't know that, did you? That's what they do. See, they can't come like sober. No, they can't come sober. Satan need his kick. He need to have his kick in. He can't just come normal and sober. Give me something to kick me in. That's what it is, y'all. So when you see them drinking like that, and then they say they represent your creator with sorcery and witchcraft in your system to move your mood swings and your feelings, he don't have the balls to stand up there and be real, even with himself, because he wouldn't know how to talk. So let me get this here drink in me. All you have to do is see the time that he's on there drinking versus when he on a pulpit. On the pulpit, he sound as dumb can be. But when he drinking, he sound as dumb can be. But you can see that emotions and his feelings kicking in, and then he can't control it. Why? Why he can't control it? Because everybody around him is saying, yeah, oh yeah. See, it's boosting it. It's helping that ego and that pride and that boasting with that drink and that beer, giving it a helping hand. Okay. Then it says in verse 27, Luke chapter 17 and verse 27, why Yah is telling y'all, don't go running up on the giants, saying it's about giants or fallen angels. It don't have nothing to do with no fallen angels. Furthermore, he don't need to end the world because of fallen angels. Something was going on before angels not even fallen. There ain't no such thing as fallen angels. The world was being ended not because of fallen angels. He even created. So that letting you know it didn't have nothing to do with fallen angels. Every imagination of the men was evil and wicked. What is it you don't understand? What did he say? Every imagination of the giants and the fallen angels were wicked and evil. You see how long they've been lying to y'all? They can't justify, clarify, or nor identify truth that comes out of the wilderness in this day and time by y'all's prophets. They can't. But they do good, deceiving the mass. It don't even make any sense. Because you won't see Yeshua pulling up, giving you how it was in the days of Noah, in the days of Lot, saying anything about giants or fallen angels. Praise the mighty Yah. That went over all y'all heads. Just that quick. Just that easy. Just that simple. The Messiah comes to give you what the days are going to be like when the end. And what y'all standing there still waiting for the fallen angels. Still waiting for the giants. Back in Genesis chapter 6, it didn't have nothing to do with the giants. It didn't have nothing to do with no fallen angels. What Sister Deborah is telling y'all. Do y'all see how long they lie? Thousands of years. Even here, we in the midnight hour, they still lie. Who they lying on? Truth. Righteous. Because they got to take as many through the broad gate as possible. That's why. Now, when you hear Yeshua talking here, let's see if he's talking about the giants and the small fallen angels. Oh, could it be talking about the fallen angels or the giants? He said it's going to be like the days of Noah. Oh, the world has classified it, the fallen angels and the giants. The women were having babies by the giants. What woman in her right mind will believe somebody telling you that a woman is having a baby by the giants? How could that be? You get the point I'm making? Why would the giants even want their daughters when half of them was babies that they were selling? See, y'all didn't know that, did? That was sex trafficking. What's happening now? Same thing. And now, I don't know if y'all know this, the world is allowing it to be done. They flamboyant. America's is pulling up saying, yeah, we're doing it. Sex trafficking. We messing with little boys and little girls and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. That's how it's out there, y'all. And nobody challenges it. That's why I know the Father is allowing everything to take place as it is. Oh, yeah, that's him. I see him pulled up. He let them do it, everything they want to do. Okay? So that's why I say you messed up, because if he's letting them do it, they coming for you. Okay? Now watch this here. And he says in verse 27, they did eat, Deborah, and they did drink. They married wives. That's what they did in the days of Noah. Married wives. What did he say that the giants married wives? What did it say that the fallen angels married wives? You don't see nothing like that. You don't hear Yeshua telling you. Why is he lying and they telling the truth? Because they're not under the body of Hamashiach. You're not under the body of Hamashiach, the true teacher. You're not under that. You're not the saints. You're not the Christians. Not the Christians. You're not the saints. You're not the church. You're the fool. That's who you are. Go back to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. He told you. You're either on this side or that side. And if you're on this side, you're gone. Okay? So watch this here. They were given in marriage. And I like that because you got two ways of marriage. One is they're going to marry wives. So they're going to be all out of order of what is righteous. And then he turned around and said, and give them in marriage. What's the purpose? Why did you have to? Because he's showing you the deepness has to do with these men taking these women. And y'all sitting around here okaying it and telling people that y'all want men to have more wives if they want to. Y'all's fools. Y'all been living a lie and you're going to die a lie. And then it says, until the day of Noah. They was doing all this. Now, wait a minute, Father, I got a problem. I got a problem already. I got a big time problem. Until the day of Noah? That means until the end? Okay. If they was doing that to the end, then why you ain't said nothing? Why Yeshua ain't said nothing about the giants? Why didn't Yeshua say, like the days of Noah, there were giants? Like the days of Noah, there were fallen angels. Why didn't Yeshua warn us in Matthew, Luke, John, Mark? What's going on here? Something wrong now. What's going on? It's not matching the days of Noah to the T. This is where you know. If it was about that in Genesis 6, then why ain't Yeshua telling us it's going to be about totally that when he comes? Something wrong. This is the power of the Roman Catholics, are able to cut in just that deep so you will never figure it out. And you haven't, because they left all these different religions for you all to follow, to be deceived. Bam, that's deep. And then they turn around and hid behind the Christians and use Christians as they shield. Even to today, the Roman Catholic use the Christians as their shields. They hide behind them. And we're getting angry with the Christians as if we're righteous. And we ain't no more righteous than nobody else. Look how we as a people been doing the most since Genesis. But we're going to stand up and call the Christians bad. That's why you know a lot of people that teaches you all, they're sick. They got some real ear problems. Because they're talking about the Christian, but wait a minute, hold up. Let's back that thing up. Let's back that thing down. First and foremost, when the Ruach come to teach you, he'll tell you. Paul was dealing with the Christians. Those back in his days, he was ministering to them the truth. Those that stood firm, they got killed. They got set on fire. Their daughters and sons were hung up and arms cut off, head cut off, and set on fire just like the apostles were. Y'all didn't know they did you. And who was that done to? Not the house of Israel, not the tribe of Judah, those who profess to know the Messiah, who call themselves Christians. I know they don't tell y'all that because they got y'all bent up and got y'all bent down on what is truth. And here we are in the midnight hour running up on the minutes. And you all are still as lost as you were yesterday. So here he goes here. He says, it's verse 27, Luke chapter 17 and verse 27. Until the day of Noah entered into the ark, the flood came and destroyed them all. What's your problem? Do you really believe y'all is not going to destroy the tribe of Judah? I'm gonna touch base. I ain't getting off this line until I touch base with you. Let you see. He gonna destroy you. Basically, the men. Women gonna get destroyed, but not like he's gonna destroy these men, because they are the one that's following this criteria of making people do you, and they serve Satan. Because if they didn't serve Satan, they wouldn't be wanting you to be submissive to them. They would want you to be submissive to the Most High Yah. There's no order, y'all. The order is the body of Hamashiach is the head. No, the head of the body is Hamashiach. We're in the body. We're the saints. We're the church. You think this church can't be ran without a flesh of a man? You's a lie from the pit of hell. If my Hamashiach is the head, which the word called Christ, don't tell me he can't rule the body. He is the power, the word, and the spirit over the whole body. He called them his saints. They are the saints. They are the true church. You run your stupid tail under these loudmouth men. Submit your tail up under them and in them. You're going to be left with them. Be destroyed. Okay, so what happened? So he says here, they did these things until the the flood came, and I like what it says, and destroy them all. Keep on playing with him. Keep on playing with my father like he's a toy piece you get out of Walmart. You keep on playing with him and putting these men on these pedestals, and they are not entitled. They haven't shown you nothing in this world positive. Tribe of Judah ain't showed you nothing positive. Look at what's that man name? He's jumping up talking about stopping gun violence in Chicago. The one they pay all this money. He ran for president at one, whatever his name is. Maybe somebody in the live chat know his name. I forgot his name. But he now pulling up talking about gun violence in Chicago. Wait a minute, hold up, bro. You mean the wicked of the world went and got you again, like they've gotten you throughout all the time, to stand in on our behalf as a people? You see how sick tribe of Judah is? Why would we even want him to represent us? But the tribe of Judah is just that messed up. They messed up from the floor. You see, and he's now on television talking about the crimes in Chicago. But the crimes, which you all don't understand, the crimes is not just in Chicago, it's on the four corners. Our people, Judah, is cutting up from the floor. This is why, and you wonder, and you sit back and you look at it and you say, well, wow, God, wow. You know why? Y'all know exactly what he's doing. He's fulfilling that word. He is fulfilling that word. He's fulfilling it. Every word of prophecy and his will is being fulfilled. That's why you see Judah out here committing crimes. That's why you see men teaching other men how to hate women, how to get women under submissive, how to control their household, that they don't even understand what a household is, because they never gotten under the understanding who is over your household if he is the head. See, if you got a head already, you don't need the Ruach HaKodesh. You don't need Christ. I'll put it like that. You don't need Hamashiach if you the head, because then you ruling all the other spirits in your household. You don't want to be ruler over their spirits. Last thing a man want to do is be ruler over a woman's spirit. Last thing a man want to do is be the ruler over his children's spirit. Last thing a man want to do is even be a ruler over his own spirit. Only one can rule us in that spirit is the Ruach HaKodesh, the true ruler. You see? So when we sit here and think and give all this power to these monsters, we're asking for what we get, and we're going to get for what we ask for. And it's going to come to pass, and it's not going to be long, because what I'm seeing is people who are not even in any type of belief. They're hooping and hollering about the crime Judah is doing. You don't hear nobody in Judah pulling up, marching, coming into a unity to stop, because that's showing you how ugly Judah is. See, y'all sitting around here want to make, oh, we ain't a people. Y'all's a fool. That's you. That's what you are. And they doing all of it in the name of the will of my Father. And just because it's the will of him don't mean that it don't mean that it's his will of righteous. It's his permissive will to show you how ugly you always been. That's why the judgment is after you right now. Okay, now it says, now listen to this. Likewise, now this is Yeshua saying it. He said, likewise also as it, now we're in Luke chapter 17, verse 28. Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot. Why are we talking about Lot? Because Deborah, the majority, 85% of your Negro men is practicing homosexual, just like the days of Lot. Okay. So when you talk about the days of Lot, you didn't hear him say women and daughters. It was men and boys. That means males. Okay. When they get to talking about Romans chapter 1, and it's talking about men lovers of their, he's telling the truth. It's always been. The eyes of Yah has always been on the men, because they are the majority that's practicing this here sex scene, because they can't seem to keep their flesh under control. That's why they mess with babies. Why do you think the priests they prefer little boys? Y'all didn't know they did you. This stuff goes way back. They always preferred it. And then women's running around here trying to be something to these people. Baby, you don't even know what they've been dipping and tipping in. And you run around here trying to be the best that you can and be submissive to you. What? A monster. And that's what you see. These women are going on these dating sites. They're going all over the place, meeting these men. Next thing you know, they dead. Y'all don't understand what's out there. It is lawlessness. The spirit of lawlessness, which is the judgment of the Most High Yah. But they don't care. They just want somebody that they can say, not that they can know or they can really feel. Oh, they can say, I got somebody. Okay, you're going to get somebody. Because many of you are being found dead. Because you don't even know these men then dipped in all kind of. See, when a man began to dip into it with a man, when a man began to mess with little kids, they would do anything to any woman. And that's why a lot of women don't understand. You can't trust them in the area of where you want to say, okay, here, I met this man, and then you next thing you know, let him stay there with your kids. Next thing you know, you just putting all this trust in this flesh. They don't even have the sense to realize how dangerous that is in the name of wanting to be wanted. Okay, so when you get to verse 28, Luke chapter 17 and 28, it says, likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat. They're feasting, y'all. They drunk stuff that changes their mood swings, help them kind of talk the way they want to talk. They think it helps them when they speak. A lot of y'all didn't know that, but they do. That's what they think. They think it helps them the way they act. They think it helps perk them up to say the things that they want to say. And that's why they're doing it. So it alternates their mind to say things and the way that they say it. So it interferes with their emotions and their feelings. That's a form of witchcraft, yeah. So why is it that the Messiah, why did Yeshua find the need to tell us the days of Noah, drinking and eating, and the days of Lot, drinking and eating? Why is that so important, Father, y'all? Okay. Plant and they build. That's the fruit of the spirit of Pastor Dow and everybody else that runs after after him. That's the whole idea. When they tell you this is the fruit, this is the fruit, that fruit ain't got nothing to do with God. He's telling you how the imaginations, evil and wicked, is in the heads during the days of Lot. So shall it be in this day. And what did he say? They did eat, they did drink, they bought, and that's what they're doing. They buy land. Watch this here. They sold, they making jewelry and making stuff to sell. Watch this here. And they planted. Why is this a lie, but they truth? I need somebody to tell me that. Now watch what he said. They plant and they build. And that's what Pastor Dow be doing. Oh, we buy land and we planting it and we building, we doing the fruit. You see the fool? You see the fool that don't even know. Those are the end days that you living in. You're doing exactly what Yeshua prophesied, that the sick minds. He's telling you what the sick minds are going to be doing. And see, y'all think because he's saying planting, drinking, and eating, and marrying, and giving them marriage, y'all didn't even know what that was, did y'all? Let me show you what it is. Genesis chapter 6. And that's why I said, you can sit here and you listen to Deborah all day long, but you're going to be lost as a loony bird, because the truth of what I'm saying carries so much power, it just plainly understood. But if you are not that one that has that ruach in you, you ain't going to understand nothing. You're going to go through the rituals with hearing what Sister Deborah said, and it's going to go one ear and out the next. Now, here we are. Hey, wait a minute now, Yeshua. We're not going to park over in the days of Noah and see what you're talking about up in here. Verse 5, and y'all saw that the wickedness of men were great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of their hearts were only evil continually. So if you pull up on Yeshua and act like you don't know what you gone. Because that's exactly what he said. He said, but the same day that Lot went into Sodom, it rained fire brimstones from heavens and destroyed them all. You all, the tribe of Judah, going to be destroyed. And guess what? He's going to be destroyed. He's going to be destroyed before the Son of Man comes. Oh, yes. He's going to be destroyed. This land and on all four corners, they're going to be left to be done the way that he said that they shall be done. These things that Yeshua was talking about, guess what? He was telling you when the Son of Man is coming. So don't you know how the Son of Man is going to come? Because they are already doing exactly what he said. Ooh, that lets you know how close we are to the Son of Man. Now, when the Son of Man comes, that's a different time period than when he's going to take a small remnant out. That's why I say, he said, don't get locked up and locked out of not locked up and locked in this mindset of the rapture. Things are going to take place where he's going to be taking what belongs to him out. You see? Same thing with Yeshua when he comes. So we can't get wrapped up in what the old church used to teach and preach. Stay away from that. It'll get you in trouble big time. Okay, so now we finna go now, and I'm gonna try to see if you all can help me here. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 3. This is where the study come in. When I read this, I was like, Father, is this not what they doing today? And it's kind of scary. It's scary to me because it reminds me of, this is it, Deborah. This is it. Just like I told you, it's finished. These are the days when the Son of Man, but those that are going to the promise, they're going to get out of here. But you know why? It's going to be very powerful because already they're doing what Luke 17 and 26, 27, 28 is already talked about, already spoken about. The days of Noah. It's all that stuff is happening right now. See how we thinking. That's why, you wonder why he said your thoughts are not my thoughts. Your ways are not my ways. So the best thing to do is sit your butt under the body of Hamashiach and wait for him to give you his thoughts and his ways and what he wants you to be about. Because if you get from underneath that, then it's because you didn't belong in it anyway. And that's why I was saying I kind of like how he did that. I love the way the Most High did that. He put the body of Hamashiach as head, and we are in the body. We're the church. We are the saints. We're in the body. Why are we trying to be more than what we were placed to be? We won't rest just being in the body with the head being Hamashiach. No, we want to go over here to the idol gods and worship them. You see? But that's who you're supposed to be with anyway, if that's where you at, over there to the idol gods. You ain't under the body. See, that's what people don't understand. Those that are under the body are born of the spirit, child. Those that are called saints are born of the spirit. You see what I'm saying? So this is why Sister Deborah trying to give you an idea of this is the body is Hamashiach. And we are not the body, the head is Hamashiach, and we are in the body, and we're connected to the head. But we are parking our tails outside of the body, but it might be okay that we do, because that means that we are not born of the spirit. We are born of the flesh, because we're chasing these fleshly men and these fleshly women in the direction to their darkness that pleases us. Okay? And he said it, every imagination was wicked and evil. And we still chose to go in that direction. And it wasn't because we chose it. Heaven had chosen it for us already. Praise the mighty Yah. So when I parked up into Isaiah chapter 3, it kind of shocked me. And I'm going to try to. Okay, let's go. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1. It says, for behold, and behold mean look. The Lord, it says, Hamashiach of hosts. Let me say that right. Behold the Lord, Yah of hosts. Do it take away from Judah and from Judah. No, Jerusalem and from Judah. The stay and the staff. The whole stay of bread and the whole staff of water. Now, who in the line? We finna work this thing, y'all. We finna work this thing. We finna work this thing. As it said, behold, the Lord, Yah of hosts, do it. Take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff and the whole state of bread and the whole state of water. What do he mean? What do he mean? Anybody? I'm gonna give myself a few minutes to see if anybody know what that means. What does the state of water, the state, and the staff, and the whole state of bread, and the whole state of water? He's taking that from. He's taking it from Jerusalem and Judah. What is he saying? What is he taking it from them? Anybody? Okay. Right there in verse 1, Ahia letting you know that he's taking away the support and the supply from Judah and Jerusalem. And the supply away from Jerusalem and Judah. Look at verse 2. The mighty men and the men of war, the judge and the prophet, not the prophetess, but the prophet, and the prudent and the ancient. Let's read over that one more time and tell me who he's talking about in verse 2. The mighty men, the men of war, the judge, the prophet, and the prudent and the ancient. Who is he talking about in verse 2? Who is he talking about in verse 2? Anybody? In verse 2, he's telling you the men of Israel, which is Jerusalem, and the men of Judah. And that is plainly for you to see. And I don't know why nobody answered it. That is plainly for he's not talking about Israel. He's talking about Jerusalem. And he's talking about Judah. And the answer is right in your face. And nobody could answer it. That's how narrow the Father said the gate is. You can't find it if you can't see nothing. So it's telling you right there, the mighty men, the men of war, the judge. And then I said what? And the prophets. Men are called prophets. Women are called prophetess. And the prudent. And the ancient. The ancient are men, y'all. You know, like they talk about our forefathers. The elders. He's talking about men. Now, all of that in verse 2, and I asked one question. I asked you, who is he talking to? We've been on here about 1 hour and 45 minutes. And I couldn't get one person to answer to verse 2. So Sister Deborah says, shalom and shalom. I cannot go no further. If you're speaking to a brick wall, you're speaking to be speaking. Sister Deborah, hope that you all got something out of it. And I say unto you, shalom and shalom. See you again.